officially, and today has been the day of unpacking, moving things, organizing. Literally, as soon as we got up, it was go time. We woke up at 7 a.m. The previous managers left at 6:30 this morning. We woke up thinking that we would go through our whole morning routine. No, that did not happen. As soon as we got to the reception area, it was go time.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
The group, the Boston group.
Yeah, Adrian's talking with the driver now.
Perfect. No, she know.
Okay.
I with
Okay.
this.
Okay. Currently it's 2 o'clock and I haven't stopped unpacking. I haven't stopped checking my phone, responding to messages, figuring out what, changes need to happen for the current retreat that is here. So I want to create the space to go through insights that I've learned, tips that I've learned, and just lessons that I gather as we go throughout this journey of managing a retreat center. So I'll take you all along with me. If you have any questions throughout the journey, please leave it down in the comments. I will do my best to document as much as I can with the respect of their privacy for the guests and for the retreats. But other than that, I will show you what I can, and I'm excited for this journey. So yeah, this is going to be something new on this channel, but this channel is evolving into a lifestyle channel. I hope to inspire you all to live the most authentic, creative, present life that you can. So let's go. This is the first time that we're eating today. 6:41 p.m. We had a smoothie. That's it. And maybe some pistachios, but this is the first time we are eating at 6:41 p.m. Day one. Day one.
Hours of working inside everywhere. So those are the new plates.
Show them the new plates. Yeah, we're gonna have lentil soup with potatoes, sweet potatoes, vegetables, plantain, and quinoa. And yeah, our first meal.
Let's bless our bodies with this food.
I don't know what the format of these videos, these vlogs are gonna be, but I do want to share some insights that I learned today. For taking over, some insights for a few different areas. So for a real estate property, let's say a business, hospitality business, when switching over management, it's important to have like an overlap of responsibilities, so the people that are being trained can observe and shadow the people that have been doing this work. Now, in this case, we didn't have that opportunity fully. We had training, but right now, it's as if we were dropped in and tasked to just go full force. And so this morning, waking up, as I mentioned earlier in this video, waking up and as soon as we opened our eyes and we left the house, it was go time. And then since then, we have been observing cracks in the foundation, cracks in communication and organization. And there's not necessarily one person to blame. Everyone is a team, right? It's a collective. So if there's one issue, there's a whole issue. There's many issues within the entire group, within the organization, right? The company. And so as we are observing, at least for me, I'm observing, I'm taking it all in, I'm being as present as I can, as present as possible to what is in front of me, what I have set for myself, tasked for myself to learn, handle, accomplish, and all of that. And earlier today, which I didn't capture on camera, I spoke to my mom. I called her and I kind of was having a quiet riot, but I called her to just update her on what was going on. And for me, out of all of the things that are happening, there's a language barrier. Majority of the people that work here speak Spanish. And obviously I chose to come to this country for various reasons, but I chose to be in this country. And so now I have opportunity to learn and have somewhat of a paid internship on what it means to own a business internationally, a hospitality business, a wellness hospitality business internationally. What does that mean? What does that look like? What does my day-to-day look like? For me to then say, or be more specific for myself on, is this something that I want? Do I want it in this capacity? Do I want to work on the day-to-day? Do I want to find a way to be the owner and be able to create the space and then be hands-off after things have been, after things are up and running? What does it look like? And for me now, the main opportunity for growth, for lessons, for learning is the language part of it. How can I communicate when people aren't speaking? How can I communicate when my employees' first language is not my first language? How can I effectively communicate, efficiently communicate to folks that do not speak the same language as me? And that is this journey right now. That's what's coming up for me, like right in front of my face, on what may be area to focus on. The other part, which is also tied to communication, for me, is a language barrier. For the collective, it's communication in general. How can we communicate effectively regardless of the language? How can we get our thoughts across, the directions across, and understand it, and pay attention to the details. Pay attention to the details. And ask the right questions. And be on top of things. Like, you have to have a very specific type of mind to work in the hospitality business. And so I've worked in restaurants as a server. I've worked in multiple restaurants. I worked as a bartender. I've worked in the airline industry, in the service portion, while in the air, being a stewardess, international flight attendant. I've worked in events. I've basically in the capacity of serving people in hospitality, in entertainment, in wellness. And so your mind, after being in that space for years and years and years, there's a certain type of way that you go about looking at things, viewing things, paying attention to things, operating. And if that's not something that's already innate within you, or that you're used to, it can be challenging to jump right into it, because within the hospitality, anything can come up. Anything can come up at any point in time. And so how can you set things up in a way that isn't overwhelming? Employees have boundaries from the guests, from each other. Like, there are boundaries set, and there are systems in place for various things that may happen. And, like, for example, if there are events that frequently happen in the hospitality business, especially in, let's say, a retreat center, we should have systems in place to handle those very specific situations. I'm not saying that where I'm at right now, does not have it, but for myself, this is a note to myself, this is a note to whoever is watching this. Systems are crucial, especially when it's a day-to-day management, day-to-day undertaking, when you are welcoming people. You're literally welcoming people into your home. You are welcoming people into your home, and the home being the retreat center. If you are the person that lives on site, you are the manager, even the owner, you are welcoming people into your home. So how do you treat your guests when they come into your home? How does the space feel welcoming for them? So that's the intention I'm setting as I continue on this. How can I do my best in creating this space, a space that it feels like home? So they feel safe, they feel well taken care of, and they feel comfortable. How can that happen in a larger space, with other people, trusting on other people and communicating with other people, your employees, to do their job well, and work well together. So those are the things that I would say that came up for me for today. What else? I realize that our phones being on ring are important. Usually my phone is on silent and do not disturb. So it's like, to be honest, how can people reach me? It's whenever I look at my phone, right? Unless I know that you're going to reach you, unless I know you're looking to reach out to me or something like that. More than likely, my phone is on do not disturb and on silent. Now, in this capacity, my phone has to be on ring and not on do not disturb, and I am required to be available up until a certain point. I'm building systems and boundaries for yourself, so I'm not completely engulfed into the business where I don't have a separation. There isn't a separation between work and personal. I will create that separation. Right now, it's the learning curve, figuring out what's what, which way to go, all the things. But for me, being able to set up shop immediately, set up my home, set up the space, we still have some unpacking to do, like actual unpacking, like literal unpacking, like my things, not unpacking through thoughts and emotions. I still have some unpacking to do, but most of the things have been unpacked and organized. The office is done. The office and the production room is done, somewhat done. I'm going to add a table for DJing in there. The bedroom is done except for the clothes. We haven't unpacked our clothes. The bathroom is set up. The kitchen is set up it's a general setup. We still have a lot of things in in the bins that need to be unpacked, but majority of the things that we would need for the day-to-day are unpacked. And the living area feels very homey. We have the books on both sides, comfortable couch, facing the kitchen and the outdoor, sliding doors. That's it. I'm feeling a bit tired right now, so I'm gonna make some tea. Express my gratitude for this opportunity, for the people I have in my life, to myself, for taking on, for being courageous. I'm grateful for myself. I'm grateful for my courage. And Adrian had a few conversations today that shed more light into the grand scheme of things, and we'll see how things unfold. Right now, it's really observing, being open and welcoming, and walking the path that is already destined for each of us individually and all of us collectively. Well, yeah, that's it. Welcome to this vlog format, a day in the life of a retreat center and hotel manager. Good night. Peace.